it's the Inquiring Cat does travel here on the Azamara Journey. And yes, we've been silent for a couple of days and you thought we'd either fallen overboard or sunk. But sadly for you and happily for us, neither of those things have occurred. So we've been quiet because we've been quite busy actually. So today's film is a brief one. It's about Alta de Chao. Now this is halfway roughly between the South Atlantic and Manaus, the old rubber capital of Brazil where we were heading. And so it's about 700 kilometers in from the ocean, and it was an interesting day. You can see it on the map where we have been, and there are the usual things. We're being greeted by tribal people dancing and singing, quite touristy but all good fun. And then we went into the town itself, and we will show you some pictures now. Enjoy! So here you see on the map our destination, Alta de Chao, is about halfway between the South Atlantic and Manaus, and so it's about 700 kilometers. It takes quite a while to get there. We have to go very slowly because we're up the Amazon, but it was a nice trip, and eventually we settled there, and we were tendered ashore in the lifeboats, as it was not deep enough to take the ship all the way in, and there's no proper landing stage. But in fact, the river is very full at the moment because of the ice melt up in the Colombian mountains, and so the ship is able to get up to Manaus, which in 2023 wasn't possible. There was a drought, and ships couldn't get all the way up there, which is a problem since Manaus is a seaport. Anyway, more of that tomorrow. Here we are being greeted by the locals. And then, of course, we saw the Love Island. Yes, it's really called that. Semi-submerged because of the height of the river, so we weren't able to visit that. Some folks hired one of these boats to go out in. One of them ran out of fuel after about 5 minutes, and as a result, they drifted around for 2 hours until somebody spotted they were in distress. But other people did a great trip out to meet some sloths and some pink dolphins, which we did the next day, as you will see when we do tomorrow's film. But we found a nice bar to have a beer while we had a tropical storm of rain come through. And we had a walk around the town. It's not very impressive. We were told this is the equivalent to Goa for Brazil. Well, I think Goa, from what I know of it, is far more attractive than this. But anyway, it was an interesting stopover, and we probably should have made more of it. That we did. If we'd hired a car and a driver, we might have been able to go out and see some more exciting things in the neighbourhood. In fact, interestingly enough, there are some quite expensive properties being built in this little village for some inexplicable reason, and as you can see, they are guarded with razor wire and electric wires and fences, which probably tells you all you need to know about security in this location. Once again, we were warned to be careful. Anyway, our little trip was over, and then we caught the tenders back out to the ship, which was lying about a mile offshore.